Hi again. So I have some time today that I really wanted to capture and share, to share this experience. And this is also kind of a call for a little SOS call. If any of y'all who see this video have any advice, if you've been in this situation before. So I'm just gonna share this because it's totally applicable to mental health and wellness, and in turn physical wellness for your family. So I am currently having an issue with getting my medications. I last had an appointment with my psychiatrist December 8th of 2020. Today is January 14, 2021, and I have not yet had a prescription refill. It was set to expire just before my next appointment with her, or just about after, yeah. So I was set up for an appointment January 5th. And the day before that appointment, or no, January 5th, I log in, and this was a much anticipated appointment with her because I was on a new blend of medications that we were going to see how they worked, mostly to reduce my anxiety. So I log in because I had telemed appointments with her, or the televisits, whatever it's called. I have them over the phone, which is perfect for mamas, by the way, or anyone with a super busy life. I highly recommend televisits with psychologists and psychiatrists if possible. And so I log in as usual, and before this, I had great experiences with her. I was telling people I found like the best psychiatrist I've ever had an experience with. Like, she actually listened, and I had the genuine impression that she was a psychiatrist who actually wanted to help, wanted to know everything, and wanted to make sure I was comfortable and extremely well informed with the next medication I would choose with her next. So I had great experiences with her. So I log in January 5th, and this is a follow-up appointment which lasts usually no more than 20 minutes. 15 minutes go by, and I'm like, okay, she's still not on. And I had re-logged in and seen if I had done something wrong. No, everything I had done was fine. My connection was fine. Everything was fine on the technology end, and my timing and everything. So I called her office at 8 a.m. I had an appointment for 7:30 a.m. I called her office at 8 a.m. and I'm like, hey, my doctor didn't show up for my appointment. Do you know what happened? And the receptionist tells me that she couldn't get a straight answer from my doctor, and my doctor was busy with another patient already, so she couldn't interrupt her. I did not hear from my doctor the rest of the day. I did not hear anything from my doctor. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? So I call and I reschedule an appointment for 2 days later. And then the next day, so I had an appointment set for January 14. January 13, I get another text from the practice that says, I'm sorry, your appointment with your doctor has been canceled because the doctor will not be in the office. Call to reschedule. So I call to reschedule, and I'm like, this is the second time. And I'm like, okay, I understand people get sick, things happen. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe she got COVID or something. I get it. And unfortunately, she's not available until the next week, and my medications are going to run out. So I call the practice and I reschedule for the next week, and I said my medications are going to run out by then. Can we send in a refill? They say to call back when I finished my medications. So fast forward to this week. I'm supposed to have an appointment with her on today, actually, Thursday the 14th. January 12th, I get a text saying that my appointment has been canceled again because the doctor is not going to be in the office. That's all I'm told. So I call again. The first time was this was before I got that text. The first time was to refill the prescription. So first of all, I'm on hold forever, and this is how it is every time I call this practice. I'm on hold for, sometimes I'm not on hold, sometimes I'm on hold for 30 minutes and I'm still led to voicemail, so I had to call a few times. So I called to get a refill. The receptionist I speak with tells me that my doctor had sent in a refill request at the end of December. So I call my pharmacy, which I've never had a problem with. And they say that no, they don't have a refill prescription for me. And additionally, they reached out to my doctor a few times throughout the month of December with no response, no fulfillment, nothing from my doctor. So I'm like, okay, yeah, this is all extremely fishy. I don't know. So then I get the next text canceling my appointment after that phone call. And then I call and speak with the receptionist, tell her what's going on. And the receptionist has me on hold for like, I don't know, like 5-10 minutes. And she comes back saying that she learned that the psychiatrist is leaving the practice soon. So that's why she was canceling appointments. But every time I've called, the doctor's too busy with other patients to get to me or even refill the prescription. So here's today. So what happened with that day that I needed my medication, I told my pharmacy, so shout out to CVS, I'm going to tag you in this. CVS, and I know it's very specific with managers, I'm sure, and I don't want to disclose names, but my CVS has taken care of me, gave me an emergency supply. Thank goodness, because I'm not on some medication or even just like a little bit of medication that's not available OTC. Like I need my medication, not like in a druggy way, which is what a lot of people might interpret this as. My body does not have the chemicals it does not produce the chemicals that these prescriptions substitute or offer to my body. Because for some reason my body just doesn't produce it, just like a diabetic doesn't produce insulin and they have insulin shots. This is how these pills work for our bodies. Unfortunately, it's trial and error, and I'm still in the trial phase. And I think error because also last week, on top of my initial 2 appointments being canceled, I was having major anxiety attacks, and I don't know what issues I have. I don't know if it's maybe that I'm 7 months going on 8 months postpartum. I don't know. I've been trying to figure it out, and I'm having the hardest time trying to figure it out. And so anyways, I have my 3-day emergency supply. Tonight is my last night of medication that I have for my emergency supply. So I've spent today, I called around noon to my psychiatric office, and they say, oh, okay, yeah, I'll put in a note for her, and I ask her if she can escalate it because I have my last medication tonight, and that's an emergency supply. So she's like, okay, well, I can't guarantee, but your doctor will get to it if she gets the chance in between patients. So again, there's the implication that my doctor is actually in the office against what my text told me, and my doctor has time for other patients. So I tell her, well, I ask her if I'm gonna get a confirmation. She couldn't confirm I would, so I said I would call back later today. I call at 4. Nope, I call actually call my pharmacy first. No prescription, so I call over there. Again, the psychiatric office. And the receptionist, I get the same lady who's helped me reschedule my appointment 3 times and told me that my doctor is leaving the practice soon. So I tell her what's going on, and I'm like, and she asked me who said that my doctor was leaving the practice. I'm like, you did actually. I spoke with you 2 days ago, and that was the answer you gave me. So we're like, okay, yeah. And she kind of, without, beating around the bush as she has to do, says that these doctors are horrible, and basically this is what the practice does. And I also saw Google reviews today. All the 1-star reviews said that the doctors just dump you, just cast you off to the road, can't get a hold of them, nothing. This is malpractice in its finest form. This is one of the reasons psychiatry gets such a bad rep, is scamming like this. To me, it just seems like a scam because I can't get a hold of my doctor. And I'm having to figure out, instead of being able to just focus on my kids and my well-being and getting my mental health well and physical health well, I'm trying to make sure that I have these medications because this doctor who's working with me just has ghosted me, essentially. So I'm having to spend time. So again, CVS is working with me to help me. And they actually, so I'm going to keep updating this. Tomorrow, instead of doing what I was supposed to do with my kids, I have to call my physician and see if my physician can prescribe these. If not, then I'm going to see if a walk-in clinic. So I have to figure out a walk-in clinic. I'm a mom of 4. I can't be doing this stuff. So anyways, if anybody has any recommendations with how to handle this kind of case, have you gone through this? Have you experienced this with psychiatrists? Or do you have an awesome psychiatrist you see over the phone who you can recommend me to? I've got United Healthcare if that helps. So just give me a shout out. Give me some help. I hope maybe this helps you. But these are definitely reformations that the mental world needs. And this is a reality check, something that I'm going through currently that I'm sharing with you so that we can all learn how to go through this and hopefully reform.